I've been wanting to do this for so long. This is my beautiful mommy.
Mona, lift up your seat. You're so tiny.
She looks like an Oompa.
Yeah.
Oh, why are you quiet? You were just yapping it up a second ago.
I'm scared of your
All of a
driving,
sudden,
shit.
she's so quiet.
Wait, Mona, introduce yourself to the camera, to the people
I'm
watching.
Mona.
This is Linda's mom. She's Egyptian. She's in...
Thank you, biographer.
Brian's filming National Geographic.
Shut up.
I wanted to make a little video, and if all goes well, I'll post it. If she embarrasses me too much, then we're not posting it. Today's Mother's Day, so I figured this is the perfect time to interrogate my mother.
No, you're not
So,
going to ask me
Mom,
the questions.
how old are you?
I'm 56.
You don't look a day over 35.
Thank you. That's why I love you so much.
That's why Brian's her favorite.
Yep.
Okay, I compiled some questions for
Yeah.
Brian to ask.
Linda did these questions.
So hopefully they're... It's
Yes,
just...
Christina's kid. I don't want to hear it.
Damn, I didn't hear it.
Whenever we're driving together, my mom starts telling me things about her life before me, or even while I was so young that I don't remember. And
When I was happy.
oh, okay. So you were happier before me?
No, I meant when we were young. When you guys said you were young.
This is on the record, by the way.
When you were young.
Yeah.
What did your parents do as a job in Egypt?
Oh yeah, my mom was born and raised, not raised. She was born in Egypt. Okay, she was the last of her clan to come here.
And so your maiden name is Kelta, correct?
Yes, what is this? Social Security interrogation?
I know.
Yes, we're sent by the government.
Yeah.
What was Titas and Get Dues?
Jobs.
My mom had a daycare, and my dad worked for the government as an accountant.
Nice.
For the government as an accountant?
Yes, fool, did I stutter?
Get Dues was an accountant?
Yes, he was.
I don't believe that.
Was he good with money here?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he liked to spend it.
He had a business here, right?
Yeah,
What was that?
he had a store, a deli,
Oh, a deli?
Okay.
Nice.
right on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Do you think at the time that when your parents came here that it was easier to open up a business?
Oh yeah,
think
a lot.
everyone
It
was.
was very easy.
Because that's the time when like immigrants were coming from everywhere to open up businesses.
Mom, I thought that was...
Oh my
that
god,
looks-
it does look like
Mom, that looks just like...
Yeah, it does. He's crazy like
That's
it too.
crazy.
All right.
Anyway, okay.
Can you explain? Do you remember like any like moments from when you came here on the boat?
The fuck are you talking about, you dumbass?
I'm just kidding. Do you remember
No,
the
hold
trip?
on. When I was a kid, I'm not even kidding. I thought my mom came here like on the Mayflower. Like
What
that's...
the fuck are you guys stupid?
Well, I was stupid when I was a
You
kid.
came on a plane.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Brian, I truly thought she came here like...
Mayflower.
I thought she had a little rowboat and everything.
Like the Italian and Irish people came to New York.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
This is why I worry when you guys travel.
Oh, stop. We know what we're doing.
Yet you
Okay.
want us to have kids.
Mona, do you remember though at all from like the trip over here or no?
No, I was
a
only
baby.
one. I was only one.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
If you're from the government, she's been here since she was 1, okay? Don't
And
come for her.
All her papers are in order.
Yes.
For the record. Okay.
Anyway,
So,
let the record show.
what's one of your earliest memories here with you and like with Getu and Teta?
Those are her parents.
When we lived in Venice. When we lived in Venice in our house right here. in
You gotta speak up a
California.
little bit.
When we lived in Venice in our house in California.
You guys
Street.
lived in Venice?
Yes. I only tell you every time we pass by there, this is where we grew up.
Damn, that must have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I heard in the 70s and 80s Venice was kind of dangerous.
No, it wasn't actually. It was really cool. Yeah, it was. It was.
There was a mix, huh?
Yeah.
My aunt, her older sister, she went to Venice High School, which is where they filmed
Yeah.
part of Grease.
That's
movie.
dope.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be the youngest sibling and how did it feel growing up?
Oh
as
my
the
god,
youngest
it was the
sibling?
worst experience of my life. Oh my god, do I get along with my siblings now? No. It was the worst damn experience. Oh my god, I'm still going through post-traumatic stress disorder.
Now, I will say, had you asked her that like 10 years ago, she would have been like, I love my sibling.
Bullshit.
She was such a people pleaser my whole life, okay?
Bullshit.
You were, but you finally snapped out of it.
I can't stand those people, but I gotta deal with them because they're almost dying, so...
You love them, but you don't like them. Next.
What's something you wish you could change about the way you were raised?
Is there anything that like you think about more than anything that you're like, oh, I just really wish that?
That my parents did something different, or the situation was different.
They didn't spoil my brother that's only 2 years older than me, and I didn't get shit.
Just for context, my mom has 3 older sisters and 1 older brother, and part of the reason they kind of spoiled, I guess, the boy was. Do you want to say what happened with Lynda?
Yeah, 3 boys died when they were little in Egypt. So
Yeah, my grandmother had 3 boys when she was in Egypt, and all of them died, like pretty young.
Damn. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
I know.
Died of polio. That's sad.
Yeah, my mom had a sibling, or not a sibling, but I don't know if it was a relative or someone that has polio or had polio and passed away.
Back then, when there's like no vaccines and shit.
Yeah, I remember I made. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay, next.
But when we went to go visit my family recently, I found out my dad had like a sibling that died as a baby too. Like I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like your generation. My dad's like 30 years old, no, 20 years older than you.
Oh wow.
But he is from the generation where they just don't talk about anything.
Anything, yeah.
You have to like pry it out of them.
Yeah, there were stronger people back then.
Is it healthy though? No.
No.
But yeah, emotionally, yeah.
It was more toxic.
Yeah,
mentally.
that's what I would say. What was your favorite subject in school?
History and
Really?
spelling.
Okay, she's you. That's literally Brian.
Yeah, that's
History and
exactly
spelling.
That's why we're Pisces, baby.
They're both Pisces. They celebrate their birthdays together.
Yep.
Loser. I'm just kidding. Love you guys.
So her birthday passed recently. If you wanna, there's a link below where you can support. If
We'll
you
put a
wanna
little
send her,
GoFundMe. Just kidding. Wow, I didn't know that. I didn't know history was your favorite subject. I would have thought like science or something.
No.
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 Okay. What did you want to be when you were a kid?
A teacher.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cute.
And then a beautician.
A beautician, like for hair or
Yeah.
for nail? Oh, okay.
Is that like the movie Grease? Like the
Yeah.
girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beauty school dropout.
Yeah.
Like what Christina was. Yeah.
Yeah, my sister went to cosmetology school. She doesn't do it now, but she used to be a hairdresser.
Yeah. They studied the stars.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
They studied the
It's
stars.
a joke.
Okay, so you wanted to be a teacher. Did you want to be like an elementary teacher or like a...
Junior high. I didn't want to deal with the little brats.
Okay.
I feel like it's a perfect age because they're in the point where they're mature enough to like listen.
Yeah.
But then once they get to like 15, 16, 17, they start being assholes.
Yeah.
So it's right in between.
Yeah.
Damn. Why didn't you want to study to be a teacher?
Well, I was going to study, then I met your dad. And he ruined all that.
And then you
That's
guys
how
were
the story
gonna
goes.
move to Minnesota.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Did you
Got it.
want to move to Minnesota with
Hell
Michael?
the fuck no.
My dad got a job offer, right? How old was I? Was I even born?
No.
Yes. Was Christina born?
No.
Oh, so you didn't have any kids with him, and he got a job offer in Minnesota, and you didn't go. Like, you were resistant. And I know, like, that's for my dad to explain his, side, but I know he resents
Well, he could
you and the
resent
family for not going.
You know what? If that's
It's okay. I'm not trying to start drama. I'm just
that's
saying.
fine, because
I don't-
If we walked into your childhood bedroom, what would we see?
I didn't have a bedroom.
You all live because you guys slept in the living room.
What are you talking about? You mean me and my
It's
brother?
like you slept outside?
Me and my brother lived in one room.
So you
and
guys
it was
shared a room?
And it was a bunk bed, yeah.
Okay. So what
And
was in
he
your
took-
room?
He took over. He had an Atari game. He was just like his room. Like he was in it all the time.
So
All
you
I
were
did
like
was
a
go
guest in
sleep.
your bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That
But
sounds about
I
right.
had my dad let me put up a Michael Jackson PYT poster.
A whole poster.
That's a pretty young thing.
Yeah,
We
pretty
took
young thing.
we took my mom to see the Michael movie
So
last
good.
weekend.
So good.
It was
And I'm
great.
obsessed.
When you were a kid, did you want to grow up and get married and have kids? Like, was that a goal?
I wanted to get the hell out of that house no matter what. So
Was
when I
marriage
turned,
and a husband like a way to do that?
yeah, but it wasn't for me because when I turned 18, I ran away.
You did?
You've never told me this.
Oh yeah, I couldn't wait. I turned 18, I ran the hell away.
Where did you go?
I went to stay with my friend Shauna that worked with me at Robinson's.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. That was your first job, Robinson's May.
Yeah.
So Robinson's May is like a department
Like
store.
a Macy's now.
Yeah, it's like a Macy's, JCPenney. It's but I do remember when I was a kid.
Those were the best days ever.
Yeah, I remember you talking
Living
about
free
that.
and young.
Yeah.
So wait, where did Shauna live that you ran away to?
She lived in Panorama City. She lived right down the street from
That's where
Robinson's.
Lynda was
That
born.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's making sense.
You were
now.
meeting up when you lived with her?
No, hell no. I didn't
She
even
met
know
my
that.
dad at the
At
hospital.
Kaiser.
Oh, in Panorama City.
The
Yeah.
place I was born.
Because you worked there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you ran away at 18.
My poor dad came running around after me, and so he found me. Yeah.
Where did he find you?
He saw me dropping off a videotape at the video store, so he ran in there and told the guy, "That's my daughter. Where's the address on this account?"
What?
Yeah, my dad's smart. So then he went
And they gave it to him?
Yeah,
They gave
and him and Jitta came looking for me at my friend's apartment. I'm like, I don't want to come back home. You guys have too many rules. I don't want to come back here.
Right.
Yeah. It's like, because I couldn't even answer the phone at home. They were just sheltered. I was like,
Immigrant families are so
Yeah.
different because
there's literally bars on the door on the house.
That's crazy.
It's like, I was not allowed to have a phone call. I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody. It was straight work and coming home. I was, so when I turned 18, I was like, I'm out of here. I'm American.
I'm American now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't have to listen to you. I'm American now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, a lot of like the white families out here,
We separate.
they're like get out at 17 or 18.
Yeah.
Whereas like immigrant families, they want you trapped there until
Yeah.
you're married.
Well, so my mom's side is white and my dad's side is very Mexican. So it was like half and half in my household where they were.
Yeah.
My dad wanted us
Yeah.
to stay, but my mom was like, yeah, go do whatever you want.
Yeah. I would want my kids to stay with me as long as they would want to, but I wouldn't want to force them.
Yeah. Well, in
I
today's
couldn't
economy, it makes sense to stay with them
handle living
longer.
I don't blame you. If I lived like that, I would have
Yeah.
jumped out the window at 15.
Yeah.
Actually, the coolest to me was my brother George. He was my best friend then.
Back then.
Yeah.
Didn't he bully you in school?
No, he didn't bully me. He just acted like he wasn't
Like he
my
didn't
brother.
know you? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's helping.
But I do admit, people that do bully me, he kicked their ass.
That's like Christina.
Yeah.
Christina was like that. She was my biggest bully, but then she wouldn't let anyone mess with me
Yeah.
either.
She's like, I need to be the one to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She goes,
he-
that's
he
my
would-
job.
That's-
Yeah, he would go kick their butt. Yeah.
All right.
That's
What
fine.
was your first job and what did you do with your first paycheck?
I mean, we've covered that. That was Robinson
Well,
May.
first, no, my very first job was
Oh.
McDonald's, and
How old were you?
I was 16, and the girl didn't like me, and I stressed out because the shake machine wasn't working, and this mother comes up and wants 15 shakes, and
Some
I'm like,
things never change.
yeah, so I'm like, I was sweating like crazy, and the supervisor could not stand me, and she was like, turn it on. I'm like, it's broken. And so she wouldn't stop. She kept on harassing me the whole day. And that bitch was there for 20 years. Because I
Damn.
kept on going back to that McDonald's. She was there for 20 years.
Damn.
But yeah,
Wow.
but yeah, so I'm like, I'm out of here. I quit. And
Wow, tale as old as time. The McDonald's machine is notorious for being broken all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
So I had the nerve. I went back for my $27.
That's hilarious.
Good for you. So what did you do with your $27?
Put gas in my car.
Okay, there you
That's
go.
a lot of gas in that time.
Yeah.
That probably filled up your car.
I was really independent. Like, I went and got my license on my own. I went to driving school on my own. I saved all my allowance and did that. Because I had remember I told you I had a tutor named Pearl?
Yeah.
And she used to come in,
A tutor?
and she was so sweet. She volunteered to tutor. And she's supposed to be for Jitta, but Jitta was never home. So she took a liking to me and George.
Oh,
So yeah, she was so sweet. She helped me buy my first car. So
that's sweet.
yeah,
How old is she?
she was in her 50s. So she's
Oh.
American.
R.I.P. Pearl.
Yeah, I know. And then so I went and got my license on my first try and everything. And yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so she got me the car, and that was my first car.
Damn.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I was 16,
Wow.
15 and a half.
Describe how you felt when you first found out you were going to be a mom.
Wait, how old were you again? Like 20? 21?
21.
21?
I feel like that was the normal age or
I was
when you were younger.
Scared as shit. But I was more scared of your dad's reaction.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
They hadn't known each other that long.
No.
My dad and her. You guys had been, I don't even know if you guys were technically dating. But you guys have been together for how long?
10.
Did you guys get married because you got pregnant?
Shut the hell
Yes.
up.
I'm honestly just asking.
Hey, yes, I already told you this. Okay, back to what you were saying. Okay, so you guys weren't dating that long when you got pregnant.
No.
So you were worried about what this white man was gonna react, how he was gonna react.
Yeah.
How old is my dad? How much older is he than you? I forget.
6 years or 7 years.
He is?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I thought he was like 3 years older.
No.
Did you ever consider an abortion?
No.
Because of religious reasons?
No, I just didn't.
You just didn't think like, you just figured like, I'm pregnant, I'm gonna have a baby.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abortion was probably like really looked down upon back then.
No,
I don't think so.
No, those girls in my school were doing it weekly. Huh?
Yeah.
Really? God damn.
I think it was way more accepted
it
back
was-
then.
Oh,
yeah.
never mind then.
They were doing it weekly.
Well, also in California is very, it's always been progressive.
Yeah.
Like in Texas, I knew people that they would hide it and they would go to Mexico to do it.
No,
Okay.
the family planning centers were all over this place. Trust me.
Yeah.
They like, we don't need more of you guys breeding.
But
Yeah.
I'm sure that I know you're grateful that you had all your kids.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Be
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
All right. What worries you the most in life?
Well, I worry about my kids.
Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like anyone who has kids, that tends to be the most.
Yeah.
Okay, aside from that, what else do you worry about?
About your own life.
Me, what worries me is like, how am I going to make? No, because I know I'm not gonna stay. Can I say this?
Say whatever you want.
Say what?
Speak
Say
up.
what?
Speak up and say
Are
it.
you trying to tell
Because
yourself
how
or
am I
what?
gonna like survive like later or something?
You're talking about when you're old.
You mean like who's gonna take
Yeah.
care of you?
Yeah, I mean I'd rather go to what are they called?
Nursing home?
Assisted living, yeah. Than like
I'm not putting you in a nursing home. unless you
Yeah.
need
I'll go to
nursing.
assisting living, yeah.
Yeah, like those communities
Yes,
where
yes.
everyone
You
plays
see, guys.
bingo.
So support this channel so we can get a house, like a compound, and she can live on it.
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Do it for Mona.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember that. When you subscribe and when you donate, it's for Mona.
Yes, please.
And-
Remember the face you're doing it for.
Place an ad.
All right. Where do you want to travel to before you die?
Before I die.
I would think Egypt, but
Egypt, totally Egypt.
I mean no. But is that the place that you want to go to the most?
Yeah.
Because so you can, but you haven't been back since you came
Like
over
a
here,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
My mom has never left the country since coming here.
yeah.
And
never.
it's something I want for her so bad. I want her to like go and
Yeah.
see the world.
And don't worry, we're gonna vlog the first time when we take her back.
Cause we're gonna throw her ass back
We're
to the
deporting her
motherland.
back to Egypt.
I'm gonna translate for them.
Yeah, she's gonna be our translator.
I'm gonna learn some Arabic before we go.
Brian knows all the basics.
Can't wait, Brian.
It's hard as fuck. I put it on the app to learn, and I'm like, damn, this is really hard.
Yeah.
Because if you say like something with the wrong like tone, it completely changes it.
Changes, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
What's the best and worst thing that you've come to realize about getting older?
The worst thing is I'm afraid I'll get like, you know,
Sick.
Like senile?
yeah, exactly. And then the best thing is there is no best thing.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
You know what? And that's why I love you. You're honest.
There
You're not
is
giving
no
us
best
a cookie
thing.
cutter response.
No, there is nothing. There's nothing to look forward to be honest.
Okay,
Unless
there's
you
nothing.
guys have a child.
She already has
Okay,
a grandkid.
I'm not saying something to look forward to, but like, what is something you feel like you don't experience now as an adult that you used to when you were younger that you're kind of happy about? Like, do you feel like you can be a little more carefree now? Like,
Yeah, but I don't enjoy the carefreeness.
Because
Okay.
it comes with the stress of like bills
Yeah,
and
the
everything
bills.
else. Yeah.
It's bills. Like you can't go anywhere without spending like $500.
it has gotten worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is, we noticed that too. It's
Yeah.
I remember when we were like first met and shit, and we're like, wow,
Yeah.
it was so much easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. It didn't feel like you have to spend money each time you left the house,
Yeah,
whereas
it's
now it's like
crazy.
to do anything, it costs
Yeah.
money.
A lot.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the most adventurous thing you did as a teenager or in your 20s? And what was your favorite music as a teenager?
My favorite music was Michael Jackson and Madonna.
And Biggie and Tupac.
Oh, that's later.
That was
That's
later.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
How much are those flowers? Do they have to have cash? Can I give them a card?
You probably have
see.
to have cash, Mona.
No,
I have
I
$3.
don't. No,
It's 2026.
I have $3.
No, I think I could give them a card.
All right, let's
I
find
don't
out.
think so.
A lot of times you can now, babe. 'Cause
Hello there, we have some for 15, some for 20, and some for 30.
Do you take
Can we pay with
cards?
card or no?
Yeah, oh, only Zelle.
Oh,
Zelle-
Zelle
Zelle-
works.
it's fine. I'll use mine one.
I have my Zelle.
Are you sure?
I
I
don't even
can.
know
I
how
can
to
I
pay.
have Zelle. Stop.
Okay, which one do you want to get her? The 30, the white ones are cute. No? Or which one's fine?
Wait, let me see. Let me just get my thing on.
Hola.
Hi.
Do you want the 15 or the 30?
Let me check, honey.
Okay.
Hold on.
Un momento.
Son 15, 20 y 30? Okay.
The red ones are. You put whatever their Zelle is.
Here, take that.
Look how pretty.
I feel like you're good with the ones you got, Mona.
Mom, the ones you have are fine.
The ones you have are good.
This is the perfect example of how my mom is.
Wait, let me.
Ah! Anyway, back to the program.
So, you said your favorite music in your teens and 20s was like Michael Jackson, etc.
Yes.
And she likes Madonna. Madonna is the queen.
Madonna was
Of
my
pop.
favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Wasn't she the one? What was the one about the priest or some shit? The song?
Of course, you know that
No,
song.
I like
What?
Borderline.
No, isn't that like
Holiday.
that's the only one I've heard of? Anyway. So I would say also the part of the question was what was the most adventurous thing you did as a teenager? I would say running away.
Well, once I did school at 14.
I know this story.
Yeah.
At
Tell
14 you did
No,
school?
tell the story.
I did school at 14. Me and my three fat friends. We went and packed all of our stuff. We rode the school bus like normal. We went to junior high, where then my counselor saw me, and he called my mom and told her, "What is your daughter doing walking the opposite side of the school with 3 big old bags?" Because we took big old bags, like towels, everything. We went to school by Venice Beach.
Yeah.
So we spent the scariest day of my life, but the funnest, man.
Yeah.
Because we rode the RTD bus and everything, and we went over there. We had round table pizza, and we were like having a good time and everything. Then we went back to the school, rode the school bus back.
That's awesome.
That's
And
cool.
then as soon as I came home, my mom goes, "How was school?" Now she never asked how was school because she never give a shit. You know, Tita don't give a shit.
Right.
So I was like, "It's fine." She went, "Wah."
Yeah.
Your school
She got her
counselor
ass
told me.
beat.
Yeah, man. And then I thought my dad was gonna go crazy when I went. When he came home, I was so scared. I told my brother, and George was like, "You got your ass kicked out." He's like, like this. He's like, "No, but for real, did you have fun?"
funny.
I was like, so then
So how does your dad act then?
my mom told him, but he was drunk already. So he's like, "It's cool, just don't do it next time."
That's so funny. So her and her friends rode the bus to school,
Yeah.
and one of the counselors at school caught you guys
Yeah,
leaving
stupid
to
ass.
go to the beach. What else did you do on that trip? Didn't you tag?
Oh yeah, we had spray cans and we would tag Venice #1 and this we tagged the whole
I was like, who are you,
Yeah.
Mom? When she told me this story
Yeah.
a long time ago.
with graffiti and everything, man. We're like, yeah, we used to tag things and stuff.
She did it once. We used to
Yeah.
tag, you know.
We did. We always used to
Gang.
we used to still spray paint and tag.
It's so funny. I could just envision that. My mom going with her friends and like trying pizza and
Yeah.
being a little rebel for once in her
Yeah.
life.
That is
They
hilarious.
tried to get me to smoke. I couldn't inhale. I was like, nah, I'm not doing that shit.
Damn.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Did you ever smoke weed, Mona?
Nah, I tried. I couldn't inhale.
How old were you?
15.
When you first tried weed, you couldn't.
I couldn't inhale. I couldn't stand the smell too.
It was probably nasty weed back then too. though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Reggie Bush.
Yeah.
All right. What do you wish you could tell your younger self?
What do you wish you could tell like yourself, like Bella's age, like almost 10, your teenage self, and then also like in your 20s, like each era?
when I was 10, I wish I could tell myself this is only temporary because it was hell living in my house. This is only temporary and just, fess up or whatever. Just,
Suck
you're
it
going
up.
to grow up. Yeah. I wish I could tell myself, that.
Like you'll get through this. Like it'll be over soon.
It'll be over soon. And, living in the house was nuts. And then
Your teenage self.
not to ever meet.
Sorry, Linda's dad.
No, and there was one guy before him. Not to ever meet,
What was his name?
No.
What was his name?
Balto.
Balta? Ew, you met it before my dad? Maybe that's
Yeah.
Christina's dad.
No, he's
Okay,
not.
sorry. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
But for real, something, okay, not to meet this guy, whatever, okay. What else would you tell your teenage self?
Yeah, I wish I maybe would have listened to my parents.
About what?
Like getting married the traditional way. Because
What does that mean?
Like a setup?
You're talking about, like, getting married and then having a kid? Or like, finding, one of a distant cousin back home in Egypt.
fucking asshole.
Which one?
That's Diana's thing.
Yeah,
The
that's her
gas
dad's gas station, yeah. Okay, wait, so what's the traditional way? Tell me.
When these men would come over our house to ask for my hand, I'd be like, oh.
But they're set up by your parents.
But they
Yeah.
were rich, huh?
No, some of them are somewhere.
If they weren't rich, there's no point in being set up. You should think of something that is more personal to you as a woman and not these dumbass
Yeah,
men.
no, I was happy to trust me. I would have worked in that Robinson's Maid for free. I was there.
So
night
you
and
didn't
day.
want, so you'd rather like marry one of those guys and then I wouldn't be born.
You
So
would have. I would have had a Linda. Trust me.
Oh, Linda.
It would have been
Not
the
you,
Lynda.
Yeah, you would still. I would never regret my kids. Are you crazy? You're my life.
Yeah, you better say that.
No, you crazy?
Because I'm still here and I will
But just
remember.
in a different way.
Just from a different person.
Yeah.
So then your young adult
that's
self,
how it
you would
works.
have would be a different thing you told yourself in your 20s.
In my 20s.
Yeah.
After I had Christina on that.
No, something that doesn't include the guys you've dated or men.
Or yeah, that's something that just has to do with yourself.
I wish that I wouldn't have been so nice to my siblings. I wish that I would have I wish I was not a people pleaser.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have not been a pushover.
So you wish you were just a bitch, basically.
No, that's not a bitch.
Fucking,
I
I'm
just
messing around.
always wanted to please people because I'm the youngest and always like wanted to please everybody.
God, I have that same issue.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have the same issue with my
Yeah.
siblings too. And then if I have boundaries or stand up for myself, it's looked at
It's like-
as like, oh, you're betraying.
Yeah,
like
it's like,
us.
how dare you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I
totally
agree
wish that I
with that.
was not.
I think it does have to do with.
Yeah.
I think it has to do with being the youngest sibling.
Yeah.
I don't think it's
And we're
necessarily the
Pisces.
case
Yeah.
because my youngest sibling does not have people pleaser tendencies, even a teeny.
Yeah, but whole
on both
different
sides, my
situation.
dad and my mom's side.
I raised all my nieces and nephews, and I had
That's
to
a good
run
point.
around and take care of them, and I did all that. It was just expected for me.
Yeah, because then once you give a certain amount, it's just now the norm.
Yeah.
Yeah, expectation.
With
Yeah.
a mother-in-law every year, Mona, for me.
And you're my son-in-law every year.
I meant the
Good job, guys.
I can't talk.
Maybe-
Yeah,
Was that
so
it?
I
Or
regret
That was all of them, yeah.
wait, did we did for like the 20s? Like we did for
Yeah.
like when she was in her 20s, that self?
Yeah.
No, okay, your 30s then. Like something when you became like an adult. Is there anything you could wish you could say to your 30-year-old self?
Not to be mean, but I wish I never married.
You don't have to be. It's not mean, Mom. You're not.
So
really-
essentially,
so
you would
much.
go back and just pretty much stay single and figure yourself
yeah,
out.
Yeah, I think the right person would have been there for me because
My mom went through a lot in her
Yeah,
marriage.
he was a cool, fun, and everything, but he let his family get involved too much. So
Yeah.
it ruined our marriage. It tore everything apart.
Yeah, my stepdad. I always said that my mom and him are more like best
Yeah.
friends than they are.
Partners.
Yeah.
They're not healthy as a partner. Yeah.
So yeah.
But they were the well, my stepdad's no longer here,
Yeah.
right? But him and my mom are the funniest people to be around.
Yeah.
If they're in the room, you're not leaving without your stomach hurting from laughing.
Yeah. And it just. Yeah. So we went went through a lot in that marriage because he had to please them and try to please me, and it was just like too much.
Very toxic.
And
also-
the kids had to see all that.
Yeah, very naive. You were naive because women in that era kind of.
Yeah, I was naive.
Well, I feel like women back then used to put so much of their worth into the man,
Relationship.
like into being like a wife, or like
Yeah.
into being like, I'm worth more now because I have a husband.
Yeah. And there's a lot less support for women if the marriage is failing or has struggles. It's usually the woman's fault. Doesn't matter what's
Yeah.
happening.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
well, I'm proud of you for having those reflections
Thank
and not
you, honey.
blaming yourself for a lot that you don't deserve to be blamed for.
Yeah.
No, I do blame myself for a lot, but
Yeah, but I feel like you would have blamed yourself for a lot more in your like 30s and 40s than you would now. I think now you can look back and be like, actually, some of that was not my fault.
well, why do you think I rebelled when I divorced and started
yeah.
going out? Because it's like I
Oh,
didn't get
that
to-
was in your 30s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
30s or 40s, I don't know. But
30s, 38,
She's like-
36.
She's in her 40s right now.
No,
Yeah,
30s.
sure, babe.
30s. Yeah, I rebelled and just started going out at 36.
my mom, so when I was in high school and my sister was in high school, that's when my mom finally started like going out and enjoying her life a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Because I
well,
didn't get to do it as a kid.
yeah, she didn't get to do it in her 20s or teenage years. Like she wasn't out there hanging out with friends and enjoying life.
You just had a lot at a young age to deal with.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I had a lot. Trust me.
Very enmeshed vibes in our families.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's just like the tip of the iceberg. I've heard so many stories of my mom in her childhood that, I don't know, something about knowing more about your parents, you are able to have more empathy, and it puts a lot more into perspective, and it answers a lot of questions that you may have had.
Like, they're all humans.
Yes.
Like, I think you sometimes...
Wow, they're all humans.
You know, but a lot of times as like the sons or daughters, you look at them as like...
Superheroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You realize like they're just dealing with shit every day like we are.
Yeah, and they're learning to each, like, this is my mom's first time being in her 50s. Like, she's still experiencing life for the first time in that age, too, you know?
Yeah.
Which I don't think, she's like, shut the fuck up.
But if you guys like, if you guys like...
Wait, you look beautiful, though, for your age.
You do.
Straight out of Compton.
There's the Mona. There she is.
Anyway, that's just a little bit about my mommy. And how she
Thank
raised us,
you.
I don't know. I have no fucking
I
clue.
still don't know.
Hopefully we can do this with Brian's mom soon, too.
I know.
Oh, yeah. That would be
Oh, when
Anyway.
she's here, maybe.
If your mommy's alive, go give her a little call, okay?
Yes.
A little kiss, a little hug. And
Thank you.
thanks, mommy, for
Love
being
you.
here.
Happy
Love you.
Mama's Day.
Love you. Ride or die.
Oh, one more
Love you so
question.
much.
Who's your favorite child and why is it me?
Hiccup.
Wow!